So today we will see how to load uh, master data text. So here we have loaded master data attributes till now, and for that we have created a flat file from .csv file we have loaded. So we can't load .xls, we have to convert it to .csv files. So for that we have to go to file and save as. You have to create xls first, then go to file and save as, and create a csv. Here you can select there is the option .csv, so select csv here and save. So it will create .csv files. So you have to load that to the system. You cannot load excel files. So this is what we have loaded: customer ID, name, phone number and location. And for this we have to load text data. So text data would be like this. For example, generally when you create master data text, there will be language file, language field and short text created. So for those fields we have to there has to be some information. For example, I will show you. There are 4 types of data sources. One is master data, data source for master data attributes, data source for master data text, data source for master data hierarchies, and transaction data sources. So are you familiar with these types of data sources? Hierarchies in 7.0 we it is no longer available. You cannot create hierarchies in 7.0. If you want to create hierarchies, you have to go to RSA1 old transaction and create hierarchies in 3.5 version. So I will show you how to create hierarchies in next class. If you want me to show, like we will see the hierarchies as well in next class.
Okay.
So hierarchies, they look like this. For example, you have organization data as a flow chart, and for organization data you have to create a hierarchy. For example, your organization is spread across continents and countries, and they have sales representatives, and generally structure of organization is very big. So for that we have to create hierarchy structure. For so we have a certain technique like this. We have to give the nodes, and we have to create the hierarchy structure for the organization structure, and then this hierarchy structure, from this hierarchy structure we have to create a flat file. Once you get the data into the flat file, you can load the flat file to the for example, you can see that there is nothing here. Here all the data which we have loaded in this format, so that we can load it to the BW. So this is the BW understandable way. So this is how BW understands the data. So for that we have to create the hierarchy structure and load the data according to that. We have given the nodes, and according to the nodes we have loaded that. So we can see that later if you want. So there are 4 types of data sources: attributes, text, hierarchies, and transaction data sources. For attributes, we have seen that we have we have given the attributes to the characteristic, and we have loaded the master data attributes data, and we will see the text data in 7.0 version. So we have loaded in the attributes in 3.5 version. We will see the hierarchies in 3.5 version as well, and text we will see in 7.0 version, and rest of the data flows will be 7.0. So for the customer identity, you have master data attributes and text here. So here it already created a 3.5 version text automatically, as we have generated in InfoSource last time. We have generated a data source for text as well, so it has created text data here. So I mean, it is done automatically. We just have to activate the transfer rules and load the data, or I will show you both of them. So what we have done is to generate the text data source, and while creating the attributes only in transfer rules, we have automatically generated that. Here when system has generated this data source, it has automatically created this fields, language, and text, short text, because in text characteristic, when you go to info objects, you see the text characteristics here.
When we were in 3.5,
Yeah.
did you load any of the text data?
No, I haven't loaded any data, but we have generated the data source.
Okay, just the data source. Okay.
Yeah, because in 3.5, when we have clicked here, right, we have clicked text here already. I mean, when we are creating this info object, we have to click whether we want to make a master data or not. So we made a decision that we are going to load a master data attributes, and we are going to load master data text. So we clicked that, and as default, I mean these were defaults. We haven't clicked separately, but these were defaults. So
Okay.
by default, with text is there, with master data is there. So by default there is a short text, and there is a language dependency. So this will be by default. If you want the time dependency, you have to check it, and if you want medium text and long text, you have to check it yourself. So if you check these fields, then the system will automatically create fields for two fields, for one for short text and one for language. So system will create automatically create that. So that is what has happened in data source for text. We haven't checked this one, so there are no hierarchies. It didn't ask us for the hierarchies. If we want to load hierarchies as well, we have to check this one. Once you check this one and activate in info source, it will ask for the hierarchies. Here you can see that info source is there, and in info source you have text data source given, and there is master data attributes and text data source already created by the system. We didn't do that, we just have given the source system here, and then the data sources are created here. I mean, we there was a system generated message when I clicked OK twice. It has created attributes and text data sources. When you and the transfer rules for the text are also created. So these transfer rules contains 0 langu and 0 text short text are additionally created to the Z customer ID. This is the info object. These two fields are created by the system. So that is what happened there. You have to right click on the data source for the text and create info package. So I have created info package z ipack underscore txt, and you have to check text data source, because there are two options here. So we have to make one option here and save it. So here there are tabs like data selection, external data. So in data selection, whatever we have checked there for the selection will appear here, and in external data we have to give the file path and all the related information of the file. So here we are loading from client workstation, not from the application server, and name of the file you have to check here. So you can browse the file name. So file type is .csv, and data separator is comma. So in schedule you have to click start.
Okay.
As we are creating as we have 3.5 version here in for the customer master data, we will see the 7.0 version for the master data itself. For a material, we can load material data for material attributes, and we can see the material in 7.0 version material loading, like material master data attributes and text for the material will be loaded in 7.0, and we won't load material hierarchies. Because 7.0 you can't load material hierarchies in 7.0. So you can see the message here, data was requested. Go to the monitor symbol here. I guess there is some error. So it is an error here. Let's see what is the error message and why it happened.
Okay. Error message is pretty clear. Oh, yes, yes.
I'm trying to, yeah. Maybe the error is because RSAR. So it says there is a data, wrong data. That means that we have the fields in fields were not sorted correctly. That could happen, right?
Okay.
Here the field is language first, customer ID second, and the text is last. System has generated that way. So our flat file has a different format here.
So the language first, the customer names first.
So short text last, right?
Yes. I didn't know that would generate an error message.
Sorry,
I didn't know that would generate an error message.
where?
Having the fields different orders.
Yeah, I mean you have to keep the fields in same order because the fields have, for example, a language have a characteristic. I mean length 1 or length 2. So customer ID has certain length. It is a character 10 or something. So short text has a certain length, length 20 for the of characters. So if you change the order of the fields, what I mean system has to take according to the fields, right? So it cannot take a bigger length or other data types for same for example for language it cannot take customer ID's data, so sometimes it throws error.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
So in 3.5 language must be a one character. So let's see that one as well. Yeah, it is a length 1, so it will again give us an error. So let's first go to the data source, manage. There is a error data package here. First delete that. We have deleted that erroneous request. So now go to InfoPackage. So let's make sure that our we have edited the file. So let's get that file and go to schedule and start it here. So it looks like it is successful this time. So this is you can see the information here, text data and this is the status and there are details. This is request, extraction, transferring and processing. Everything has happened. There is only one data package. So in the one data package was for that one update, transfer rules, update and processing ended. So you go to PSA to check the data. Have you got the time to check the documents?
Yes, okay.
Okay. So here you can see the data is loaded and what would have happened, actually I have changed it to E from EN, but it still took EN here. You can see, but our flat file has E, right?
Alright.
There is only E here.
So what would have caused that to happen?
Actually it took the internal format. We have given the internal format and then it has displayed in an external format as EN. It is taking one character E as an internal format and then it is by default system has a conversion internal to external formats, so that is displayed in external format EN to us in the system itself. So when you double click the data source, go to fields, here you will see the options here. This is external, right? There is a length 1. You have an internal format and an external format. It takes length in internal format and as the field is language here, language field, its system does some automatic conversions. For that conversion here, for the language field there is some kind of conversion here. So this conversion routine has executed and the when we loaded the data, it changes the formats here. So you have to go to text data, here click on manage. This we have checked that in PSA. Now we are checking it in InfoObject, which is data target. go to contents. So here we got language and description. So we have loaded here the master data. We have loaded attributes separately, right? The name and phone number and address we have loaded in attributes, and we have loaded language and short text in text. I mean master data texts. So here you have the, I mean both of them. Here you have both all the related master data to the customer. So you can see name, language, phone number, address and short description here. So that is how it works. So once you have loaded the master data, all the master data will be available for a particular characteristic, and in reporting you can use them for the drill down purposes.
Okay. That's simple enough.
Sorry.
So that's pretty simple enough.
Yeah. I mean that is the reason why we load the master data before and transaction data, and that is how the star schema works. Like I mean the concept of star schema for OLAP is I mean the multi-dimensional reporting and drill down, etc. All that works on the concept of master data and transaction data. And the biggest selling point for the SAP BI is the business content of SAP, because SAP has given predefined data flows and predefined all the business content as per the uh, business needs. So you have to install that, and you can directly start using it. So it is a pretty good selling point for BI.
Oh, yeah.
Here we have data for attributes and text, so we can load data for the hierarchies as well. Now we have
Okay.
now as we just have activated the hierarchies. So there was no hierarchies here, we only had attributes and text. When I refreshed it, I got hierarchies here. So you can go to InfoSource, and you can create hierarchies. So do we see hierarchies tomorrow?
Yeah, we can do that tomorrow.
Yeah.